you are overwhelmed by all the new Canva Magic updates, I've got your back. Not only am I going to walk you through each one, I will let you know which ones are worth your time and which ones aren't. Because as busy moms trying to grow online businesses, we simply don't have time to play guessing games. So the very first thing you should know is that all of these features are going to be hidden in these little GIFs, not GIF, G-I-F, but gift, G-I-F-T. I'm going to start here on the far left. Click on your gift and it will unwrap for you. Now this feature is not brand new, but it is expanded. For a long time, you have been able to save your colors and fonts inside of Canva so that you can easily access them when you're designing. But now this has been expanded into the brand hub. So now not only can you save your colors and fonts, you can save your logos, graphics, photos, and icons. So let's try it out. This is my brand hub. I don't have my logos uploaded here because I haven't used this hub yet. I do have my colors and my fonts that have been saved here, but they've added more. You can have a title and a subtitle. You can have section headers, body fonts, a quote font, a caption font. It's going to save you a lot of time. Have you ever chosen your heading, dragged that into your Canva design, and then needed to resize it? Well, now you have a lot of options. So my heading font is Oswald, but I would love for my main title font to be 56. You can also choose what to call these now. Choose Oswald again here and make my subtitle, like this one, 42. I'll leave you to fill the rest of those out. Come down here to your body font. That's fine. But maybe I want my quotes and captions to be different. Now I don't suggest you choose lots of different fonts, but you can choose different styles or sizes of fonts. So maybe all my quotes are italicized and a little larger than my regular body font. I'm looking here at photos. We'll add a new photo here. Just grab this one. As of now, you can't add these into folders, but there is something really cool about these. If I click on this button and I choose Replace Across Designs, this means that every design that has that photo in it will now have a different photo in it. This could be especially useful for your logos if you were to ever rebrand. Now you can also upload additional graphics and icons. If you don't have any graphics or icons, let me show you a way you can get these from Canva. I hope that eventually they'll allow you to add theirs directly here, but I'm going to show you a different way to do it. So let's go to the top right, create a design, and I'm just going to choose 300 by 300, a square, a smallish square. Then you can go into elements and choose icons. And you can get much more specific to your brand. So maybe I want computer icons, and I'll drag this desktop in. And I'm going to make it fill the space as much as possible, center it. I'm going to change it to my brand color, and then I'm going to download it as a PNG with a transparent background. Computer icon. I'll go back to my brand kit and add new, and there's my computer icon. So you can create a graphic or an icon inside of Canva and then upload it here into your brand hub so that you can easily use it over and over and over again. Don't go too crazy here. You just want to upload the graphics, icons, and photos that you will use often. Let's go back to the homepage by clicking on the Canva logo in the top left, and we'll open our second gift. This one is Translate. I'm going to skip this one for now because I don't believe that it will be useful for most of your businesses. I suggest you only use this if you actually speak a second language or if you have somebody who can edit this for you. Auto translations are never going to be perfect. They will miss a lot of the nuances in language. So if I wanted to translate something to Spanish, I could do that because I speak Spanish, and I would probably be able to catch most of the errors, and it would give me a great starting point, and I wouldn't have to translate every single word step by step. But I don't speak Chinese, so I wouldn't translate to Chinese because I wouldn't be able to check it at all, and you might say something in your marketing that you don't really mean to. So for most of you, this is not going to be helpful. But if you do speak a second language and would like to reach an audience that speaks that language, you may find this helpful. Our next gift is Magic Write. This is not brand new inside of Canva, but it has been significantly improved since their original rolling out of this feature. So let's look into it. It asks us to use 5 or more words to describe what we want to write. Let's try 5 skincare tips for women over 40. That was super fast. That was crazy fast. Okay, let's see what would happen if we did 10 tips. I'm going to click on that little plus and choose Magic Write and do 10 tips for skincare for women over 40. Just change it up a little bit here. See what happens. It made a much simpler and shorter. Pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Let's see, it says use a gentle cleanser and moisturizer. Let's come down here and see Magic Write. What makes a facial cleanser gentle? A facial cleanser can be considered gentle if it doesn't contain harsh ingredients. It can irritate skin, sulfates, alcohol, fragrance. That sounds pretty cool. So here's my opinion. This can be extremely helpful for your business in speeding up how quickly you can create content. It's going to help with writer's block, but be careful that you don't let it replace you. You've got to have your voice in there. You've got to make sure that everything you are publishing aligns with what you believe and what you want to teach your people. You treat this like a first draft and edit it and change it to reflect you, your personality, your voice, your beliefs, your products, all of that. Don't simply copy and paste this. If you do that, you're going to sound like everybody else out there who is using Canva AI or any AI. You want to make sure that you put your own unique perspective into what you are publishing. But do use this as a great way to get past writer's block and give you some great ideas to get started with as a first draft. Time to unwrap our next gift. Go up to the top left and go to Home, the Magic Edit and Eraser. These are going to be fun, especially as they improve over time. Pretty cool. Erase the daisy and tell it to create a rose for you. Pretty awesome. Let's try it out. It looks like it's going to allow us to work with that actual daisy, and it gives you some instructions over here. You can change your brush size, make it bigger or smaller. Continue. Now what do you want to generate at the brushed area? I'm going to choose a white tulip. Generate. And it's going to give you a few options. I think I like that one best. If you don't like any of them, you can choose generate new results and it will try again for you. You can see here it's given us some additional photos for us to test out our skills on. I am going to try this painting. So replace the frame with the painting of your favorite city. So first we need to make sure that we've clicked on the photo we want to edit, and we're going to go up to the top left here and choose Edit Photo, and then from the left menu we'll choose Magic Edit. And I'm going to highlight the inside of this painting and choose Continue. And I want to choose a painting, Zion's National Park. We'll see how that works. Generate. I am really excited for this tool because sometimes it can be really hard to find just the right image for your blog post or your Instagram post. You don't have one yourself and you can't find it in a stock photo. But look at that. That's stunning and beautiful and amazing. And I've got multiple images to choose from here. Fantastic. Let's go back. And I want to show you the Magic Eraser tool. Have you ever uploaded an image and you want to erase something from that image? It's almost perfect, but not quite. Click on this photo, choose Edit Photo, and then we're going to choose Magic Eraser instead of Magic Edit. And let's erase the shoe. Simply drag it over and then just take your finger off the mouse and it will start automatically. The shoe's gone. Let's try it on this photo, which is a little bit more complicated. We'll click on this, choose Edit Photo, Magic Eraser, and let's erase this guy right here. He's gone. So cool, so cool. Do you think we could erase this tree? I have no idea, but I'm gonna try. Pretty darn close. Kept some of the top over here, but that looks like it could be coming from the other side. Then you can make this beach appear to be more open. Pretty awesome. My opinion is that you use this tool. It will be really useful when you're looking for something very specific to be able to generate it or replace something in your image with something else. It will also be very helpful if you have a photo bomber or a random piece of something, even in a stock photo, that you just don't quite love. It's the wrong color or in the wrong place, and you can quickly and easily remove it. So have fun with Magic Edit and Magic Eraser. Let's open our next gift, Magic Presentation. Click on it and try it out. This is like a combination of like a magic design and a magic write. Use 5 or more words to describe your presentation topic. I'll put 6 keys to creating a website that is beautiful and drives leads. That sounds pretty tough. What's it going to come up with? Website design, 6 keys to drive leads and beauty. For now, I'm going to go with this one and choose create my presentation. Looks like you can report this design if it doesn't seem quite right. And honestly, I think it's a great place to start. I do expect all of this technology, all of AI is going to continue to improve at a very rapid speed. I personally don't love this image. Website designs, 6 keys to make sure it drives leads and is stunning. Change that up a little bit. And I'm going to come over here to photos and I'm going to search for a magnet because I like the idea of the magnet. Filter by photos, and then I'm going to filter by my brand colors. I wish it allowed you to choose your brand colors right here, but instead I'm going to have to go into my brand hub, which still isn't that long. And maybe we'll choose my pink. Apply filters. Okay, photos. And let's try a key instead. There we go. I like that a lot better. That fits my branding. Don't love this icon, but that was really quick and easy to get my main slide up and going. Here's the introduction. Effective website design combines functionality and aesthetics. That was pretty smart of that AI to figure that out from what I said. Tips: clear messaging, simple navigation, fast loading, and mobile optimization. I might make that whole thing a little bit bigger. I don't mind this picture, but again, it's not quite matching my branding. I could go through that again and find a different image that would work better for me, but you can see how this is very quickly creating a presentation for you. Once again, this is a tool that you should use with caution. Use it for a starting point for a first draft, but make sure you go through and edit it. It will also help you avoid writer's block, which can be a big deal when you have to create content all of the time. To get your next gift, you're going to have to click over here on the little right icon, and I had already opened this one, and it's called Draw. I am not going to go into detail with any of this because I don't believe this is a feature that you will find incredibly useful right now. It allows you to draw, which really is only useful if you're using it on an iPad or an iPhone and you have drawing skills. And even then, it's pretty basic right now. It will likely improve over time, and it's exciting that they are including this option. You can save anything you draw as an icon, which means it's saved in a format that you can make it bigger or smaller without it losing its quality. So we can come into Canva and draw our own icons that we can then use in our businesses. But I will be waiting to use this until it has a few more features and until I get something like an iPad that I can actually draw on. And the next gift is called Magic Design. The idea behind this is that Canva is trying to create a template that is custom to you. So instead of you coming in here and searching for a worksheet template and you choose from one that's pre-created, like we've done in the past, they are going to try and create a starting point for a design that is custom to you. Let's try it out. The first thing I want you to do is add media, a picture, an image. And if you click on the Insert Media button, you're going to see all of your recent uploads down here at the bottom. I'll go ahead and choose this one of me pointing at a computer. It is going to read your image and give you some suggestions for text that could go with that image. So webinar, business class. That's pretty awesome that it got that from that image. How I started a business at 21. Oh, I'm so glad it thinks I look 21. Or maybe it just thinks I started a business 20 plus years ago. This one talks about being a design agency. After you've chosen your media, you can also come down here and choose from all these various color palettes. You can also choose between different categories. I'll choose simple, see results. And you can choose to write your own headline in here. I'll put "You're invited to the homepage makeover masterclass." At the left, you can choose additional categories. So if we were to come into business, We could say we want a business proposal. Now it's going to give us only templates that fit the category of a marketing proposal. You can also filter over here at the left. There's a lot you can do to really narrow down what you're looking for. The next one is creating animations. And I accidentally opened the gift before I had you here with me. Sorry. We'll go ahead and click on it. This one's super fun. Choose try it out. You'll see here that it's asking us to make this bee fly from flower to flower. A couple things to note. While you can speed your animation up or slow it down once you've got the pattern in there, the relative speeds are going to stay the same. So if I move the bee really slow at first, and then I move him really fast, and then I speed the whole thing up, he'll go medium fast and then super fast. Does that make sense? So remember that. And if you want something to move in a direct line, you'll need to hit shift before you drag that item around. Let's make this bee come up here and come down here. Then I'm going to make him fly in a little circle and come down again and come down again. You see how I kind of sped up there at the end? So now we can slow this down or speed it up. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Okay, we can speed it up even more. There we go. That was a little too fast. You can also smooth it down so that those changes aren't quite as jerky as you might have been with your mouse, and steady him too so that he's not kind of going like this, you know. The other thing you can do is, if you want to, this is going to look a little funny with the bee. I'm going to slow it down so hopefully you can really see what's happening. But you can orient your element to the path. See how his face is always facing the direction that he's going? Depending on what you're trying to animate, you can choose to do that or not to do that. I'm not going to have him do that. Let's just bring this little sun guy in here. I want to animate him. You're going to click on the item and then choose animate. Under animations, you're going to have all the things that you're used to here. So we can make him drift or wipe or all the things that we've always been able to do. But in addition, you can choose create an animation. And now we can say that we want this guy to come up here and then he sets on the other side. It's like the sun rising and setting. So that's how you get back to it if you aren't starting directly from scratch here. So we can kick the ball into the goal. Let's say we want this one to be a straight line. If I hit shift and drag it straight into the goal. There we go. This is a fun one, guys. I highly suggest you use this one regularly. Having animations in your graphics is really going to help stop the scroll when they're looking through their phones, right? It's going to help grab attention so that people will read or view or watch or listen to whatever it is you want them to read, view, watch, or listen to. So have fun with this one. The next one on the list is something called Beat Sync. And I've opened this one ahead of time intentionally because I really wanted to play around with it. And to be completely honest, I don't think it's worth using yet. I was hopeful that if I dropped in images, it would sync those images to the beat. But it's not doing that. It only syncs a video. And video has a lot of movement in it anyway. And so it doesn't really work. To me, after it's synced, it doesn't look any different than before it was synced. Maybe slightly different, but not any better. So I am going to suggest that you wait on this one until it improves a little bit. I will keep an eye on it, and if I see it improve, I will create a separate tutorial video for you here in YouTube so that you know to go use it and you know how to use it. Last in this list here on the home page, but not the last one I'm going to show you because there are some hidden ones, is text to image. This is, again, not a brand new Canva feature, but it's come out of beta and it's far improved over what it's been for the past several months. So let's choose try it out. Over here on the left, you're going to choose, it's back behind my face again, a little purple button that says use. You can get fairly specific here in your description. So I am going to type in that I want a clean desk with white flower. Enter. All right, those are some pretty awesome options. We've got 4 different options here. That's a pretty clean desk and that's a white flower. There's another one, it's a closer up. Here's one from a different angle. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, down here behind my face again, you can choose a button that says create again or one that says start over. If you choose create again, it's going to give you 4 new images. Often these end up being very similar. They may end up fitting your needs more specifically. So there's 4 different additional images there that we've got to choose from. Once again, behind my face, you can choose start over, which is what I'm going to choose now. And I'm going to type in family on the beach playing in water. And you can come down here and choose different styles. So you can get dreamlike or watercolor. I'm just going to choose photo. That's what I'll probably use most often. You can also choose the aspect ratio that you want. I'm going to choose that I want this one to be landscape, and back behind my face, create your image. All right, it looks like it's created exactly what I asked for. Landscape image of a family playing in the beach. Crop that and move it over so you can get the whole family. I asked for it landscape, so could have asked for it in square. Trying to make people has been a lot harder than trying to make objects. You can see that these look a little funky. Like look at this left thigh versus her right thigh. Looks like she's kind of missing her face. But I think even the images of people could be used as background images. So we can drop this in here and adding an overlay over that. A little bit of transparency is going to really mask a lot of those issues. So it can still give your graphic a certain feel that you're looking for without having to use the image in such a direct way. I think this, like everything else I've mentioned today, is going to improve over time. And I think it's really exciting because stock images are a problem. We all end up using the same stock images. But if you can create your own image without having to actually take it, you can create a much more cohesive look and feel for your brand that is unique to anyone else. For now, I suggest sticking to objects most of the time, and if you do choose to add people, use an overlay if there's any issue with the image that is created. But this is another one I think you're going to have a lot of fun with. That's it for those 10 features that are on your homepage. But there are 4 additional things that I want to talk to you about, and these are a little bit more hidden and weren't announced as publicly. So let's get to it. First is layers. Oh my goodness. This is the main reason why I still sometimes use Photoshop, but now layers are available inside of Canva. Let me show you what I mean. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to add a bunch of random graphics. You can see there's a big mess here. Sometimes this happens to our designs where we're like trying to click on something and we can't get to the other thing, and there's some keyboard shortcuts for that, but I can't remember what they were. This has solved this. If you click on any one of these and then go to position, you now have, in addition to this arrange tab, you can actually choose layers. You can see all these different layers that are part of your design, and you can move them around. So if I want this one to come all the way to the top, I move it to the top, and now that one's on the top. Let me add a text layer in here. I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to say that this text layer is actually down further in my design. I can click on this here, and it pulls up those options up here. So I can change that font even though it's 5 layers down. And now you can see if I were to move that layer back to the top, it's now a different font. This is going to really, really increase the speed of your workflow, and I strongly suggest that you use this tool. The next tool is called Canva Assistant. Some of you have been using this for a while because it pulled up when you used the / keyboard shortcut, but very few people knew about that shortcut. Now Canva has added this button down here in the right, and hover over it, you'll see it's Canva Assistant, and then it has the /, so it's telling you you can access this if you want by just hitting /. When you haven't clicked on anything in your design and you click on the Canva Assistant, it's just going to give you some very general ideas, but you can also search. And what makes this so useful is if you can't find something over here to the left or up top and you're trying to figure out like, oh, I remember that there was this magic right thing. And so you can type in magic right and it'll pull it up for you. Click on it and there, right there, you can start using the magic right. But there's an additional layer to this tool. If you click on any element in your design and then you choose the Canva Assistant, it's going to tailor its suggestions to what it is you are currently working on. It'll allow you to change those colors real quick. It'll show you more things. You could crop this, you could animate that element, you could flip it. There's a lot of different things that you can do with that element, and it's basing its suggestions based on what you have selected on your page. Once again, this Canva Assistant is really going to speed up your workflow. I hope you enjoy it. Next is alt text. So I'm just going to drag an image in here. Alt text is great for accessibility. It's what shows if an image doesn't load. So if somebody's using a browser or their internet's running really slow and the image isn't loading, it's going to show that alt text so that the person can still get a general idea for what they're seeing. In addition, this can be good for SEO. As you've seen today with the text to image, AI is getting really, really good at reading and understanding what an image is all about. But when we add alt text, we give it one more clue about what things are about. Alt text should always describe what the image is of. If you right click on this image, you can choose alternative text and then you can put this in here. So right now it's just calling it photo 73, but we could put woman working on laptop while sitting on her bed. And that's going to help both people and robots and search engines better understand exactly what this image is about. That's it. The last new feature I'm going to show you here is gradients inside of shapes. So this has been something that a lot of people have really been waiting for a long time inside of Canva. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a shape here. And when we click on this color, now instead of just having the document colors and your brand colors and other default colors, you can scroll down here and choose a gradient. Now you might think here, none of those fit my branding or none of those are the gradient I want. It's fine, it doesn't matter. Just pick any one, click on it. Then you're gonna scroll back up to the top, click back on color, and now you'll see this gradient is in there. If you click on it, you're gonna see this little button come up that looks like an editor. If you click on that, you can now edit both your style of gradient. So this one's going left to right, this one's top to bottom, this one's center out, this one's from the corner over. So we could choose, we want the corner over, and then you can choose your gradient colors here. So you can drop in your brand colors, or you can even use the color picker and say, I want it to be this blue, and I want the other one to be that lighter blue. And now you'll have that gradient in your design. So for those of you who have been waiting for gradients, this is huge. Have fun with it. If you enjoyed learning about these 14 new Canva updates, I'm sure you will love learning about these 10 lesser known hacks. And if you know somebody else who could benefit from this video, I would appreciate you sharing it with them.